What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dance Anime, and this is Doki Doki Anime Club, the bi-weekly anime podcast that posts each and every other Friday. I'm your host, Kevin Sisenthone, aka Kev Senpai, and to my left, your right, is your co-host, the IRL Tsundere, Kayla, Dennis. I was waiting for it. I thought you weren't going to do the eye roll. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Because we got a jam-packed show. Not really, but there's a lot of news articles I want to talk about.
Okay.
And all that good stuff. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I already asked that, right?
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm really tired.
Always tired, though.
I've been working on like all the Final Fantasy videos, and I'm like spending from like all the way to like 6 a.m. Like, first of all, filming it and then like editing and all that. I'm a little bit upset though, because our local con got canceled.
It got canceled.
And I understand. It's like all this stuff is going on.
I mean, I knew it was going to get canceled, but I was just that little bit of hope. Just
Like,
maybe
if it happened,
it's not till July.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
And like if like whatchamacallit, like if I knew, like, you know that meme, it's like if I knew the last con was my last con, I would have conned so hard.
So hard.
We did though, because it was Holiday Matsuri.
Yeah, we freaking.
Shout out to you, Florida. It's so good. It's so good. It's my favorite con to this day.
Yeah, that was so much fun. That was so much fun.
Yeah. Remember, you can support us at patreon.com/danceanime. If you have any comments, topics, write into danceanimekevin@gmail.com. Make sure you make my little brother Steven happy and join the Discord. The link will be in the description below. The Tsundere Talks. Now, before you do that, Kayla.
Yes.
What the hell have we been watching?
Nothing.
Zero, because I've been
Literally
editing.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
Rick and Morty.
It's a damn good show.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean,
but rewatching though, it's not even like we're like rewatching it, and this is like my 5th time rewatching it. So,
oh, it's so good. But like, I guess the one show that like was kind of on was Ouran High School.
Oh, we did watch Ouran High School, and we only watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, you want to talk about Ouran High School?
I fucking love that show.
How did you get into it?
You?
Did I say something about it?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. I remember it was like, oh man, a long freaking time ago. Like way when we like first became friends.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, I think you'd like this show. And I was like, okay. And then you put it on and I was like, oh no. Actually, no.
What? What?
I remember what happened. I think you had mentioned it before, but you never really said anything about it, and then I was like, oh, okay, let me check it out, and then I like binge watched it by myself, and then I told you that I was watching it, and you're like, really? Mm-hmm. And then I had like watched the whole show by myself. And I love it, and I still to this day love that show. It is, I think, one of the only anime, not like the only one, but like out of like maybe 3 that I like will put on in the background and just like watch over and over and over again. I was like the only other, I think 2 that I've done that with is Future Diary and Kakegurui. I fucking hate that name. I can't pronounce it. But those are like the only 3 shows I've ever just put on to watch. That show though, I've watched all the way through at least 6 times.
You need to read the manga.
I do. I really want to because
figure out what happens.
It ended at like the show ends at such a weird point, and I want Haruhi and Tamaki to get together so bad.
The thing, Studio Bones, right, makes that show. Mm-hmm. And now they're making like My Hero Academia. They have money. And first of all, that's not the only thing.
Money.
They've made like a bunch of franchises that I won't name and make a fool of myself right now, but very popular shows. So they have the money to do it. It's just, and I know there's a fan base there for people to watch it. If they announced I was about to freaking say the Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh, that's a whole other show.
But if they did Ouran High School and they announced season 2, the internet would break.
Here's the thing,
people would freak out.
If I'm being honest, if they do a season 2, I want them to do it in the same style as the old show.
Oh no, I
want it to look super shitty. And old like that show does.
I think
I want it to have that same art style.
I think it will though. It'll just be like a little bit more polished.
I don't want it to be.
You want it to be like all like really, really old?
I want it to look like it never ended.
Well,
you know what I mean?
But what if Like, what if like it has that like trigger style where it's like it looks like it's all hand drawn, kind of shitty, but it's like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's like that god tier shitty.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you how I got into a one Ouran High School host club.
Okay.
This is such a weird tangent because it's like I feel like everyone's just like, oh yeah, my friend like recommended it to me, blah blah blah. Sort of that, not really. It was more just like I see everyone like talk and rave about Ouran High School.
So the world recommended this to you.
The world did, yeah. The world, the zeitgeist, the ecosystem of anime, right? I was on a business trip, aka I was with my parents going to Canada.
I was on a business trip. Okay.
It sounds cooler when I say business trip. So I was on a business trip, aka...
You shouldn't have followed it up with your parents.
aka, my parents dragged me to, like, Canada for, like, because they went to, like, go visit their friends. They're like, oh, come through. I'm like, okay, whatever. I got nothing to do. Let's go to Canada.
Okay.
So one fateful night, we're out in town. Like, my parents' friends, like, daughters were, like taking me through, like, the city of Montreal. Mm-hmm. And pretty much we just hit, like, I think the last stop we went to, was a not a food truck. We did go to a food truck like festival, but we went to a poutine restaurant.
Ooh.
Like as French Montreal, as French Canada gets.
I love poutine.
And they had like a shit ton of poutine. Like variety. So you had your normal like gravy, cheese curds and all that.
Yeah.
I love this show. Because we could talk about poutine and you guys will get angry maybe. Who knows? Not really.
Stop fucking talking about poutine. That's not why I'm here.
Poutine the animation. But so they had like a bunch of different poutines and all that. Long story short, we ate our poutine, but they give a shit ton of like poutine out. So I had some in a little take home. And I believe at that time it was pretty damn late. We go back to the house and they're like, oh yeah, make yourself at home if you want these drink. Like, I was like, okay, say no more. I'll make myself at home. So they set my bed up and there's a TV and they're like, oh yeah, you could go on Montreal Netflix. And no, seriously, it was Canada Netflix.
I mean, I assumed it's a different country.
So it was all different. And it's like 2 a.m. and everyone is asleep. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of hungry. So I go upstairs and I get my leftover poutine from like hours ago. I warm it up.
I was like, you better warm it up. Don't just freaking eat it.
Oh, no.
Freaking heathen.
Oh, I hate cold fries.
I feel like you don't, though.
I mean, the thing is, I'll eat them. I'll eat them because I'm lazy. Do I enjoy it? No. But at the same time, just like that little sliver of me, that's just like,
Cold
fries. But it's like hard and gritty. Like, oh, God. So I warm it up. And I'm like I'm scrolling through the Netflix, the Canada Montreal Netflix, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Put on the first episode, Ouran High School Host Club. I scroll by it, put it on. I'm hooked. From the first episode. I was like, this has some charm to it.
Yeah, I was hooked from the first episode. I couldn't stop watching. I binge watched it so fast.
It's so good. Like it's I'm not sure what year it came out, but it was awesome. Like the themes of like homosexuality in it and like cross-dressing and all that good stuff. Like for the time, I think it was pretty.
I don't know. I'm not sure it came out.
Pretty progressive for its time.
I would feel like it would be though.
Yeah, because like I don't want to spoil too much, but you got like.
Okay, but how are you gonna spoil that show? It's been out for like probably like 15 years.
It's actually like newer than you think.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, 10 years then.
Maybe older than that. Or newer than that. Like 2013.
No way.
Maybe, I don't know.
No. There's no way that show came out in 2013.
Yeah, this would be a perfect time for like Alexa.
Where's Alexa?
Oh, I mean, I the thing is, we haven't used her for the past episodes. So like, I just said like, you know what? That's just extra time and setup. So I'm like, I ain't doing it. So yeah, Ouran High School Host Club. How's it going, crowd? This is a great episode. I'm just delirious. I took a 5-hour energy before this.
No, this is the manga. Fuck.
By the way, I want to say, as you're looking this up, I want to say that the people, right? They say that
2006.
Oh, really?
You said 2013. The thing is, though, the manga itself ran until 2010.
Oh, wait, it ended? I know
it says it ran from 2002 to 2010.
I know how the ending goes, by the way. I ain't gonna spoil it.
Please don't, because I want to read it.
But what I was gonna say is that the people say that podcast, right? If you don't make it to your 7th episode, you're not a real podcast. Like, usually, like, that's like the dropping off point for people, is that they'll go to 7 episodes, or like not even 7 episodes, and then they'll just go, okay, they'll forget about it, and it's like, well, what happened to Doki Doki Anime Club? So I want to say that this is the 8th episode, right?
Is it?
Yeah. So we're real. We're a real podcast. Want to keep doing this?
Yep.
For years to come.
Yep.
Hopefully.
The hesitation.
But yeah, so Ouran. Yeah, I know the whole water thing, but Ouran High School Host Club. What do you like about it? You know what that is. Why are you so freaked out about it?
It just sounds funny.
Ouran High School Host Club. Let's get back on.
Okay, what I like about it?
Yeah, like what?
Okay, first of all, I love Haru. I love her. I want to cosplay as her. She's like one of my favorite anime girls. Also, all the men in that show.
Beautiful.
First of all, they're beautiful. But I love all of their personalities and so much about all of it. Even though Honey is my baby. Honey is my baby. But, like, not my baby. Because I don't find him attractive. I just think he's so fucking cute. I just want to hold him.
He's supposed to be cute. Now, I forget. I haven't watched the show in a little bit, but, like, I forgot what they try to go with. Because, like, you know how they explain, like, the different archetypes?
Yes.
Of, like, boys in the show?
Boy Lolita.
Is, like, that supposed to be, like, the taboo-ness, or is it the taboo of, like, the twins?
I think it's both, because the twins are taboo as fucking hell.
Yeah.
They are taboo because the taboo-ness there is, 1, it's the homosexuality. 2, it's the fact that they're brothers. That's, like, what they say. And then, like, there was something else. It was, like, 3 things with them. That whole situation was kind of weird.
But anyway, I guess...
It always makes me feel like low-key.
Well, let's dial it back for anyone who hasn't seen Ouran High School Host Club. Because if you're, like, curious about it, and, like, go watch it. Obviously, if you're not curious about it, I assume you're just the shonen watcher, and you're just like... Yeah,
that might not be the show for you.
Yeah, but if you are, like, the type of person that gives...
Romantic comedy. Yeah, it's a romantic comedy.
That gives everything a shot, just go for it. In a nutshell, it's pretty much about Haruhi Fujioka, which is the main character of the show. She's a girl, short hair.
Like plot twist, it's a girl.
Yeah, short hair, and pretty much she breaks a priceless vase because she
very fucking expensive vase.
Pretty much, she goes to a private school, and
she's a commoner, as they call her.
Did she go in like with like good grades?
She's an honor student.
That's it,
and that's how she got it.
Okay,
that's literally it.
Yeah, so she breaks a priceless vase. So pretty much, it's a poor girl going to a
really rich
school, and she breaks this vase, so obviously she can't afford it, and they're like, oh, you have to pay for this
club back for this vase.
And she's like, I'm a commoner, I don't have this money. So
they're like, oh, you'll just be our dog.
Yeah, pretty much, because she finds the host club, which is pretty much what you would expect. Like, think like Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo, or like male Gigolo, or whatever. Kind of.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's literally, oh my god, bourbon. But it's literally kind of like guys, kind of like making girls
just flirting with girls.
Yeah.
It's men flirting with women,
making them feel good inside and out.
I love it. I would love to go to a host club. Are you kidding?
Yeah, pretty much telling them how pretty they are, like how beautiful they are, like giving them snacks. They're having tea time. Like, it's like that
sounds like heaven.
It's a paradise.
It sounds like heaven.
That's what it is. So pretty much they say that Haruhi needs to work for the host club.
Now, they think Haruhi
is a boy.
Mm-hmm. They don't realize until, like, what episode? Is it the end of the first episode?
Yeah, the end of the first episode, because they do a funny the funny light bulb bit.
Yeah.
And
because of her hair and her boy clothes.
So yeah, the rest of the school thinks that Haruhi's a boy too, and
for like pretty much the whole show.
But the plot twist is that Haruhi is the most like popular of the host
boys.
Yeah, so on top of that, she has to pay for the vase, which she's doing by this, and she's also the most popular. So like they're like, we need her to buy, and then like the main character or the main like host club leader kind of has a crush on her.
Oh, he is in love with her.
So like for a fact, even if she chose to leave, she would be like, no,
you can't leave. I love you. Can't leave.
Yeah. And it's like this.
Don't leave, Daddy.
And it's like this cute like open crush that he has for her. It's not like a secret thing.
No, it's like he's like overly fucking dramatic.
Yeah.
That show's so good.
And that's pretty much what happens. What ensues is that you get the chaos between the miscommunication of her being a girl and everyone knowing that she's a boy or thinking she's a boy, and just the various personalities of the cast, which is...
And it's super fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
Like super, like over the top, like slapstick comedy, like nothing serious really at all. Like they have moments where you get deep and you're like, oh my god. But it's very like fun and silly show. Yeah.
Anyways, anything else you want to say about that?
If you haven't watched it, please watch it, because that's a like damn good show, actually.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have watched anything else, but I can't think of anything. Again, I've been editing and all that.
We watched Dave, but that's not an anime.
Oh, Dave is so good. That's a whole nother topic. Maybe one day, like, I want to work to the point where I can make podcasts for, like, other things, like TVs and all that. TVs. just about TVs.
TV, okay.
TV shows. Imagine just, like, so the...
Talk about different types of television.
So, the Panasonic 2705 HY, like, pretty damn good TV. Like, yeah, the pixel resolution. All right. We're all done?
Yes.
Because... Do you know what time it is?
No.
God damn it, we're 8 episodes in. You know what time it is. Are you messing with me?
Yes. It's time for the news with Kayla Dennis.
Say it up into the mic. Say it.
It's time for the news with Kayla Dennis.
It's time for the news with Kayla Dennis. All I want to do is get into the news with Kayla Dennis. With Kayla Dennis, all I want to be is someone who gets to read the news with Kayla Dennis. Now, we have a couple news articles, and also I'm out of breath because apparently I don't know how to breathe while I sing. Could also be my posture, but...
You need to practice that.
I know, I really do.
Takes years and years of practice.
Oh boy. Let me get these news articles up. Okay, let's talk about... Yes, we got some good stuff. I'm going to start with this one. This is... from Anime News Network. This is Rafael Antonio Pineda again. Thank you for fueling...
I was like, he's been on here a lot of times.
Thank you for fueling our news segment. So, this is New Love Live Anime's video reveals school, highlights highlights characters. Okay. So, there's a new Love Live now. Interesting because we just made a Love Live episode 2 weeks ago.
That's like ironic almost.
So,
should have came out last week so we could have talked about it.
The official website for the Love Live franchise unveiled a video for the franchise's new television anime on Monday. The video highlights the previously revealed characters and also reveals Yuigaoka Girls High School as the name of the school in the story. As in previous Love Live series, fans decided on the name through votes. What? They're leaving it to the fans now?
Interesting.
This is weird. The characters are named Chisato Arashi, Sumire Heiana, Kanon Shibuya, Tong or Tang Kiki or Keike, and Ren Hazuki.
Wow, I feel like these are like the hardest names so
far. Yeah, actually. Hajime Yatate, the collective pseudonym for the staff of Sunrise, is once again credited for original work. Sukurako Kimino is also credited again for original concept, as in previous Love Live anime. Takehiko Kyogoku, the director of the original Love Live School Idol project and subsequent film, returns as director alongside Love Live School Idol project Love Live Sunshine. Writer Juki Hanada. Atsushi Saito is adapting franchise character designer Yuhei Murauta's original character designs. Yoshiaki Fujisawa also returns from the first Love Live series as composer for the music.
What's this one going to be called?
I actually have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. But this equally intrigues me and equally scares me.
Oh, I'm a little... Oof. I'm like, I hope they just don't do what they do with Sunshine, because...
Well, here's the thing, is that the first Love Live, I believe, had a lot of the staff work on Love Live Sunshine, including the writer, director, I believe. I'm not sure if the music composer. I know, like, the writer and, like, all that good stuff. But... So that's why it equally excites me, equally scares me. Equally excites me because, yay, new Love Live. You have a chance to do something new and exciting. Mm-hmm. Scares me because you had that chance with Sunshine.
And you failed.
And you went beat for beat.
I don't want to say you failed because people like that show.
Mm-hmm. But you went beat for beat the first Love Live. Mm-hmm. And if you tell me this is the fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Mm. So if this third season comes out and it's literally like, our school's gonna close down, we must become idols. Join the idol club.
People shouldn't have buy it because people just like idols. Like
Girls. No matter what, it's gonna sell. It's like Call of Duty. It just people talk shit about Call of Duty, but it still tops the charts. Mm-hmm. They're like, I'm not buying this. 1 million copies later.
It's like, okay, I won't buy the next one.
So that scares me a bit, but also excites me. Hopefully they do something new, and I want them to do something new. Let us know if you're excited in the comments below. Or write into danceanimekevin@gmail.com and say, Kevin,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, that's it. It's
no context.
It's titled, I'm excited, underneath in the message board, I'm excited.
All lowercase letters.
From I'm excited @gmail.com. So, yeah, that's that. Let's see what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this one. I'm trying to go in order of like
relevant.
Kind of more like important stuff to least important stuff. Ooh.
Oh goodness me.
All right, this is HBO Max to launch with 17 anime from Crunchyroll. So HBO is doubling down on some anime.
Okay.
This is interesting because I thought they were gonna do like
what anime?
I'll get into it, but I wanted to say that I thought HBO would be like more like let's do dramatic live action.
Nah.
Like they do. You know what I mean? Game of Thrones, all that good stuff. That show with The Rock.
They know that anime sells right now, and so they're trying to get on that fucking horse.
Yeah.
Trying to jump on that high horse.
Which will
what show with The Rock?
There's like the crap. I don't know. There's one where like he's like this business owner that came out. Ballers. That's what it's called.
I didn't know that existed.
No one does. No one watches HBO. Some people do.
Because HBO is expensive and you have to pay for it.
As we pay for like Hulu, Crunchyroll,
okay,
Funimation.
I'm pretty sure HBO is expensive.
I don't know. Maybe. Tell us in the comments below.
I think Shameless is on HBO, and that's why I can't watch it.
So this is from Alex Mateo from Anime News Network. It says, Warner Media and Crunchyroll announced on Thursday that Crunchyroll will offer 17 anime series on the HBO Max streaming service when it launches on May 27th. Crunchyroll will offer more anime for HBO Max every quarter. The anime debuting as launch titles on the service include Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Ray Zero, Inspector, Keep Your Hands Off Aizokin, let's go, Rurouni Kenshin, Konosuba, T-Rod's happy, Bungo Stray Dogs, Berserk, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, Kill la Kill, Kevin's happy, Your Lie in April, Erased, Kisniver, Schwarzmarken, 91 Days, The Testament of Sister New Devil Seasons 1 through 2, Kevin's happy.
Kevin's also happy.
Raka Braves of the Six Flowers. In addition to Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter, and Death Note anime will be available on the service within 1 year after its launch.
Nice. Death
My phone froze. HBO Max Kids will offer kids' entire Studio Ghibli film library of 21 feature films this spring. So that's the whole library.
That's not bad. I'm gonna watch all of them.
They like capitalize on like what like Netflix didn't do for like us.
Mm-hmm. Good for them. Fuck Netflix. Let's get an HBO subscription.
Honestly, let's cancel Netflix. Let's get HBO. This deal marks the first time that Studio Ghibli films will stream on any platform. Spirited Away, all that good stuff. I ain't reading it all.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
I mean,
I mean, you
It's
said
a little surprising.
it is pretty surprising, but you said it before. I think it's just they see the strength.
They see how big anime is right now, and will be for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not going anywhere.
No.
It's just going to get, like, more and more people are going to get into it, and it's going to become more and more popular. So they're like, let's get on that now so we can freaking get that paycheck.
At least
we're going to make lots of money off of that.
At least for, like, the short run. I think, like, at least as of, like, right now, like, anime is, I guess, like, especially Studio Ghibli, right? Just that in general. It's like, hey, we're getting all the films.
That somebody will buy it just for
That's
that.
huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I already said I'm not the biggest Studio Ghibli fan. I love it, but I don't, like, love it like a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't gonna go into that. That being said, obviously these movies sell. Thinking about, like, how much, like, tickets get sold, like, every year in, like, their Ghibli Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge get. And then I want to give a shout out, though, because there's, like, out of that list, I think there was, like, 3 Studio Trigger shows.
Yeah, good.
They know someone's in there. Someone's in there, like, in the studio board. And I know they're a Trigger fanboy. Where are you? What's your name? I know you watch this show.
You're funny.
So I'm hyped up about that. Anything else you want to say about that?
Guess not.
Let's go into this one. I think this is something you will have something to say about.
Wow.
Okay. This is from Bruno de la Cruz from Anime News Network. This artist redraw Sailor Moon's Usagi in wild, cute styles on Twitter.
I fucking love this trend, and I keep sharing all the threads.
A new trend has recently appeared on Twitter across the world through the hashtag Sailor Moon redraw. As you can guess, the point consists in redrawing Sailor Moon from the titular anime in your own style. So far, a lot of artists, both professionals and fans, are playing the game, offering mesmerizing artworks or ... funny ones.
I love this trend. I think this trend's amazing.
It came out of nowhere.
Shared every freaking thing I've seen about it. I've liked every post, like, because I just love how fucking talented everybody is.
Yes.
Like, I am so happy trends and things like this happen so people can showcase the art, because I love art. I love seeing it. And it's so cool to be able to see it, like, the same thing in, like, a million different styles, because it shows how different everybody is. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's so cool. I wish people did that more often. I wish people, like, did this more often. You know what I mean? Take, like, one thing and have everybody draw in their own style, because I think that is, like, the coolest thing. Just saying.
No, when I was, like, seeing this, I was like, at first I saw, like, one person do it, right? And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then, like, eventually I just see another one and another one. And I'm like, holy shit, everyone is,
This
like...
is so great.
Like, this is, like, a viral trend. From this one screenshot of her just... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, where did this start? I have no idea. I didn't do any research. If you know, let us know in the comments
I
below.
know. I don't know where it came from, but I'm so happy that it did.
There's a lot of cool ones.
Yeah, there is. There's, like, one that I freaking love, and it sucks. I don't know who it was by, so I can't even shout them out for how beautiful their freaking art is.
Oh, yeah, they're all Japanese
But
named
there was,
ones,
like,
too.
one that was so gorgeous. Like, so pretty. Like, oh my freaking god. That one was my favorite, and then the freaking Danganronpa one.
Oh, yeah.
That one was so fucking cool. Like, so cool.
Shout out to you if you're that Danganronpa. Because there's some artists on Twitter. If you know, let us know. But, like, there's some artists on Twitter that follows the Danganronpa art style, and I thought
It's so cool.
it's so Danganronpa to the T that I thought it was the actual artist.
I know, me too.
Like that, I thought it was the actual artist. I had to go onto the profile and be like, oh yeah, no, I draw Danganronpa-esque
It's so
stuff.
awesome.
And I was like, damn, this is really damn good. And of course, this wouldn't be Dance Anime if I didn't mention the nasty ones.
Oh yeah, when so many people drew with, like, big titties. They got, like, all that stuff on her face and
What stuff?
stop. I don't want to say it. Nasty.
Just stuff on her face. What? Oh yeah, I love this show. This show is going off the rails. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm just, like, in Bizarro land right now because I feel like crazy in my head.
That's what you get for taking that 5-hour energy.
I took 5-hour energy and just no sleep over the past 2 weeks. Oh my god, if this is the YouTube life, I wouldn't change it for the world. And I saw someone like draw like this was a really creative one. Was that like one was like they drew that original. Oh, I think it was they left the original shot. And then they drew her ass like on another part. So on Twitter, it looked like it was her like whole body with her ass sticking out. I'm going to give a shout out to the one where someone literally photoshopped a moon on a dude's face that was a sailor.
Sailor Moon.
So it was Sailor Moon.
I've seen a few people that like, instead of just the head, like took it and did like the whole body. Like one person made her thick. They gave her like big titties.
Oh, I saw that one.
I was like, okay, Usagi.
Now, I was never like a true Sailor Moon. Now, I am a Sailor Moon fan, but I meant like the actual titular character Usagi, Sailor Moon. Yeah. I was never like a big fan of her, and like as I'm seeing these redraws and stuff, I'm like, Usagi's got it. She's hot.
Gotta do it with Mercury.
I know.
The girl.
Yeah, I think I actually saw someone do it. Actually,
ooh.
At least I think so. Or it was either that, or they were like suggesting like, hey, how about this screenshot of her? Yeah. And I was like, some silly screenshot of her. And I was like, this is awesome. I hope we get more redraws in the future.
Me too. I hope this trend sticks around, but with like other characters.
Yes.
I love that.
I blame like just the quarantine, like boredness.
Everybody's bored. They're trying to figure out ways to do, but I'm so happy that this quarantine has made people
creative.
More creative.
Yeah.
There's so many creative things happening because of this.
I want to do my own. Like,
I think you should.
I don't have enough time because I'm editing and I'm doing all this stuff, but like...
If I could draw it all, I would do one. But it would look so bad.
But I would love to like get that screenshot and just try my own rendition. Who knows? Maybe like after I upload this one, maybe that gives me enough slack so that I could work on something real quick.
Do it.
And I'll post it and on the dance anime video.
Do it.
I saw someone do one from memory. They said like they did it from memory.
Damn.
Like with like blindfolded.
That's really cool.
It was really funny because the details were right, but like it was like her head was here and her face was like here, and they were drawn perfectly though. Drawn perfectly. It looked like a Picasso, like Picasso Sailor Moon. It was amazing.
I just picture that. That sounds so funny.
But yeah, anything else you want to rave about that or no?
I love it. Keep it up, guys. Like seriously, like keep it freaking up.
Let's get a round of applause. That sounds awesome on the mic, I think. I gotta lower the decibels on that one. All right, so the next one, I wanted to talk about this since I think this posted about like 2-ish weeks ago, maybe a week ago or something like that. But World's End Harem manga gets TV anime in 2021. Now, if you know what this shit is, this could go really bad. Again, this is by Rafael Antonio Pineda from Anime News Network.
Your boy.
My boy Antonio.
He watches the show and's like, why did
he's one of our
shouting out?
He's one of our 35 subscribers.
That'd be so funny.
Is that you, brother? Brother? Shueisha announced on Tuesday that Kotaro Shono's World's End Harem science fiction manga is inspiring a television anime that will premiere in 2021. Shono posted an illustration to celebrate the news. The manga's 80-second... What are you doing?
There's a bug. There's a bug.
What, this little thing right here? Oh, there is. Oh, look, it's flying. All right. It's gone. He just wanted to chime in on the redraw. He's like, yeah, keep it up, guys. The manga's 82nd chapter teased on Sunday that the manga will have an important announcement on Wednesday to mark the manga's 40-year anniversary and the release of the 11th volume on the same day. The manga also entered the climax of its first part, with the 82nd chapter. The manga launched in May 2016 on Shueisha's Shonen Jump Plus website and app, and I won't go anymore. But the reason why this is bad, because that article does not go into the ramifications of this. And I will go into what the manga is first. For those of you who don't know what World's End manga is, I've been.
Is this the one you really like?
This is the one. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it because it's good bad.
Yeah.
And it's literally. I don't even know how to like put this lightly. The point of the manga starts off with the main character, and he has multiple sclerosis, I believe. Oh no, he doesn't. He has.
Oh, okay. So this is a different one than I thought it was.
What do you? Let me explain. Let me explain. When the main character has some sort of disease,
okay,
so they have to freeze him, like cryostasis him, in order to find a cure, like for him to be alive. And he agrees that like we'll cryostasis you in 5 years. We'll try to find a cure, and if so, then like I guess we'll freeze you again, and yada 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 until we find a cure. Eventually they find a cure, and he wakes up to his surprise that all the males have died off, most of them, and pretty much
I remember this.
Yeah, and they died to a thing that they call the MK virus.
Okay.
And the MK virus, the man killer virus, or the male killer virus, or something like that. And pretty much all the girls are fucking horny at the sight of a male because they're trying to reproduce and like save the world, pretty much. And in a nutshell, don't even think about like, oh, what artificial insemination and all.
No, they have sex.
They just have sex. Just think that's what they boiled it down to. The main point of the manga and maybe the anime is that he has to fuck these girls to save humanity.
Yeah,
literally have sex.
Yeah.
This isn't like
you said it like the manga's like tame though, right? You don't really see anything.
You don't see like insertion.
Yeah.
But there is really graphic like visuals in terms of like people fucking.
Ooh.
It's like softcore porn.
Yeah.
It's not hardcore. It's definitely softcore. So put this into an anime and all that. The reason why I'm worried about this, I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, I want to see this freaking animated. Why not?
Yeah.
But it's
gonna be like interspecies reviewers.
Exactly. I'm scared.
They're gonna not know what this is. Make it. Or not make it, but you know what I mean? They're not gonna know what it is. It's gonna be made. They're gonna play a couple episodes and be like,
this is not what we said.
This isn't what I bought. This isn't what I wanted.
Yeah. So that's why
and then cancel it, which is so unfortunate. Just fucking read the source material.
Yeah, I don't understand. This is like, I don't know if it's because like this kind of leads into like the topic a little bit, but like this makes me wonder like if it's just the popularity of anime and all that, like so that people are just like
buy every anime I possibly can.
What's that? Anime? Mine. You know what I mean? Rights? Mine. They saw interspecies reviewers.
Not realizing you bought like borderline hentai.
Yeah.
So it's like, fucking stop.
Like, oh, interspecies reviewers. Look at these cute interspecies
reviewers.
And they're like, let's, and then they're like, first episode? Or not even the first, they read the first page or some shit like that. And they're like, okay.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
There's humor to it. That's funny.
That's cute. Okay.
And then all of a sudden, every channel is pulling it. Every stream service is pulling it.
It's just sex.
That's what that show is about. Sex. And it's the same thing with this show. So I really hope that whoever gets the rights to this makes sure that they know that that's what it's all about. It's really all about sex and trying to put a really poor plot to it.
I hope not. I hope if they do it, they do it in like a, first of all, they do it in like a tasteful way. And they, put a story to it. And it's not like this, story that they get super vulgar and then it gets canceled after 2 episodes. Like interspecies.
Yeah. That would suck.
I was like, that show got 3 episodes and then got canceled.
So I want to say like...
Well, canceled.
Canceled, like, for at least the US consumption.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted to say that like World's End Harem, like I've been reading some chapters of this, like, and it's good enough for me to like read and then be like, okay, where's the story going?
Yeah.
Like it's good enough for like them leading breadcrumbs. And I'm like, are they gonna find a cure? Part of it is that like he it's funny because I see all the comments of like this main character, and they're just like, this main character is like the biggest simp ever. And I hate that word because it's just thrown around like parsley, but like he kind of is in a sense that like
thrown around like parsley.
And in a sense it's he's like in love with a girl, right, from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I believe I don't think she was a scientist at all. But he wakes up 5 years like still like hanging on to like that love for her.
I still love you.
But it's like it's literally all these girls that literally like saying like fuck me, like I will, like literally it's like that nasty where like these girls are like, I'll ride your dick right now, you know what I mean?
Oh my god. Jeez.
It's literally like that. But it's this guy going, no, it's
like, I mean, I just want like one girl. I don't want all the girls.
There's literally like 10 girls like ready to have sex with him like at the same damn time, and like he's like, I don't know about that.
Like maybe later. I want that other girl first.
And then I'll consider it. But yeah, it's literally that. It's literally like, you know that Simpsons meme? I forgot the character's name. And it's whatchamacallit. It's Mr. Burns' like assistant. And he's like he's like hiding his eyes, and the strippers are like shaking their asses. Yeah. that's this anime, this manga.
Just like,
yeah, and he's like, oh god. But yeah, that's the thing that I'm worried about. That's that whole thing with that. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it for what it is right now. But I am really worried that whoever buys the rights to this
doesn't know what they're getting.
Doesn't know what they're getting into, and then we get a interspecies reviewers like part two. It's always it's weird because it's always the ones that like that we get into, right? Like interspecies reviewers was actually a show that I genuinely liked, and then
that was such a good show.
And then they pulled it,
and which was so unfortunate. Like, don't get me wrong, that show got real uncomfortable. Oh, yeah. But it was a good show. The characters were good. The art style was great. Like, that was a good show.
It was quirky. The humor was
like, sure, there's sex in it, but it's sex. Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
it's sex.
But that was like a whole thing, and then I was like really like upset when they pulled it, and then it also garnered attention from people that like didn't necessarily watch it and stuff. So you had people like defending it like that, and then it started a whole war because then
also I'm low-key upset it was censored because that show's so good uncensored.
Oh yeah.
So good uncensored.
All right, but that's all I gotta say about that, because we have one last article I want to get into, and this has nothing to really do with anime but more with Japan. The thing is I don't have a platform to rave about this because I'm fucking happy. If you didn't know, Kevin Sissenthone, aka Kev Senpai, the host of Doki Doki Anime Club bi-weekly anime podcast, is a huge from like adolescence, huge DDR fan.
Okay.
Huge DDR fan, right? I play DDR. I'm the red. I didn't
expect you to say DDR.
Dance Revolution.
Oh my god.
Dance Revolution. Friggin' Max 1, Max 2, Extreme, Disney Mix.
No, I used to go to the arcade, and I would get all my quarters, and I wouldn't play anything else but DDR. I would spend all my time playing DDR at the arcade, and I would get all super sweaty, and I would take my shoes off and play, and I wouldn't play anything else but that. You could ask my mom.
So like I would play this at the arcade too. Now I was one of those Asians that is just like way too good at everything that I do. You
are way too good at everything. Like, I have yet to find anything that you're not good at. It's like insane.
Now I was so picture viewers, picture this. Close your eyes right now. Paint this picture in your head. I'm 9-year-old Kevin, except I'm overweight, right? I'm like extremely.
I didn't mean to laugh.
I'm extremely overweight.
I am cartoon.
Shh. Paint the picture. Let the people think. 9-year-old, super overweight. I am at the max level you could be on DDR.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the max weight. I was like, what does that even mean?
I'm at the max level of DDR. I am on heavy, ironically heavy. Or if you're like really old like DDR, Maniac was what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
which I kind of am anyways.
You are a maniac, and you are on Maniac.
But, so I would be playing the shit out of DDR as 9-year-old.
I could just picture you.
Overweight for years to come. I think that's the reason why I got skinny.
Just playing DDR, okay.
Not really, but,
Could you imagine? You just lose all your weight.
So think fat 9-year-old Asian kid, sweaty as shit, and I'm getting respect from like the 20-year-olds going like, wow, this dude can play. Like the goths and everything. Oh, I miss arcade culture. But anyways, the news article is Dance Dance Revolution 5 PC version launches open alpha test in Japan.
A PC version?
Open alpha test in Japan.
I used to have like a bootleg version for my TV. And like I had the little mat and I used to do the thing. It wasn't as fun though.
Shoutouts to you, Kim Morrissey from Anime News Network, for bringing this into my life.
Name before too.
The Dance Dance Revolution game's official Twitter account announced last Thursday that it will launch a version of Dance Dance Revolution 5 on PC. The Japanese version has launched an open alpha test with 15 songs. Although the alpha test will only last for a limited amount of time, it has not yet been determined how long the service will last. The game can be accessed through the Konami amusement website and will require a Konami ID. Konami launched the game franchise in Japanese arcades in 1998 and has since released entries on several consoles with accompanying dance pads to emulate the arcade version's dance stage with directional switches.
I'm buying a DDR cabinet.
Now I was talking to our friend Chris, Chris Frankowitz.
Okay.
If you've seen the Pokemon live action casting, that man. He was telling me, sending me links on like how to like play this game.
I remember going to Kineticon and forcing him to play with me.
Yeah,
he did not want to play.
You sick girl.
But he did. He played with me.
Why would you do that to that fragile man?
I don't know. It was fun.
I mean, did he have fun at the end? Maybe. Or was he faking it? He was being nice. He was being too nice.
And I know he didn't want to play, but he played with me because he's a nice person.
So yeah, I sent it in like one of our group chats, and he sent me like links, man. Like, hey, if you just sign up for this, like it's super easy. Like, actually, you could play if you do this link and all that.
That's so funny.
So I don't know if I'm desperate enough to like actually do that. He did say that like there might be. He heard that there was like a little bit of delays, like input delays. So I'm like,
so it might be not even
worth it. Yeah, because like there's like, I mean, a rhythm game.
If it delays, you can't play it. Yeah. You just can't. It's not possible.
I understand like a single player like story driven game, but a literal rhythm game where you need everything to be accurate.
That was like that bootleg freaking arcade in Rhode Island that had the DDR machine, but it was like so fucked up that you couldn't play because of all the sand in the machine.
Never put a DDR on like a beach. It is just bad. You're slipping all over the place. Sand in your crevices, like it's not chafing everywhere.
Not fun.
Not good. All right, that's the end of the news. I said I was gonna have a song for a topic last episode. I don't have a song, but
did you say that?
Yeah, I was like, I want a song. I'm like, we don't have songs for like the topic like section.
All I wanna do is
get the topic to topic Dennis. The topic Dennis. All the topics. Yes, is the topic that will talk into the topic Dennis. All right, so the topic is, I kind of wanted to get into like anime and the rising popularity of it.
Forgot we had a topic.
Yeah. Exactly. We literally thought of the topic. This is the off rails like episode because I'm hyped up. We have no topic. The topic was that we got the topic.
The topic was that we had no topic.
Kinda. Yeah, no, literally. That we were thinking about that. We thought of the topic like a little bit before this. But I actually landed on, I wanted to talk about the rise of anime popularity and why it's so popular now. Kayla, Dennis, hit us. Why is it so popular?
Why is it so popular now?
Yes.
Honestly, I just think people don't give a fuck anymore what other people think about them. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
do you blame us, the millennials?
I do, and I don't mean that like that's not a bad thing. No. That's I think an amazing thing because I feel like back in the day, people would bully people for liking anime, and like that's not okay because you have every right to like whatever you want.
Who knew humans would make fun of other humans for being different?
Exactly. And I feel like as time's gone on, we've become a more accepting society. Not necessarily, but
we're getting better in terms of like
better.
Yeah.
And especially in like people's interests. And I feel like anime's become so like mainstream now that more people know about it and more people can accept it. Not everybody does. There's still people that bully people over it, which is so fucked up. Because it's like, at this point, it's like, you're the bad person.
Yeah.
If you bully somebody for liking anime, you're the asshole.
No, literally, it's like, it's got to the point where, like, if you bully someone for, like, them vibing with what they do.
You're like, grow up. Like, stop being such a fucking child.
It's like,
we're not in third grade.
Yeah, exactly. I love it, though.
I do, too. I am so happy that anime has become such a big thing, because then I feel like there's more anime, there's more people to talk to about it, there's more merchandise, there's more art, there's more everything, because everyone is more about it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I always go back to because I feel like anime always had its like niche group, and it was super popular. Like even like certain shows would get like millions of views and stuff like that. But that's not to say that, like, you could openly be... I mean... It was almost like it had its hardcore fan base.
I watched my first anime when I was probably in, like, 5th, 6th grade, right? I was so afraid to tell anybody about it.
That's fucked up.
And because I knew the people I was friends with wouldn't like it, it took me years to watch another one. Because I was so afraid of what other people would think about me.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's going back to like why I think it got so popular. The first time I saw anything was that it was popular and it revitalized in the US through the second rendition of Toonami. It got like popular.
Well, I mean, I watched plenty of that shit.
It got popular within the first rendition, which was like your Cowboy Bebop, Fully Cooley, and all that.
Watch.
And that's when you kind of got that hardcore fan base in the US. But the second rendition was when it came back with Sword Art Online. And I really, I mentioned this in a previous episode, but I really think that it draws back to Sword Art Online. Because...
I mean, that's what got me back into anime, was that show.
And same thing with, like, T-Rod. Like, I that was when it wasn't necessarily okay to share your interest in anime still around this 2013-ish era.
Yeah, it was around that time.
And... we started watching Sword Art Online, and I was like, yeah, this, at the time, I thought it was pretty damn good. That falls off towards the second half, but I won't get into that. We won't get into it. And I showed him it, and he fell in love with anime, and it became that infinite cycle of, like, I have a hole in my heart from missing Sword Art Online. What's another show to fill that heart? Yeah. That hole. And then you finish that one, where I need to fill this hole. You get another one. Infinite loop. But I noticed this with like the popularity of Sword Art Online spiking from Toonami showcasing it, and then eventually it turned to like Attack on Titan and all that, which really popularized like mainstream stuff. And then you got other stuff like One Punch Man and all that. But I kind of draw it down to that line, and now Toonami has the weirdest fucking lineup to this day. Seriously, search it up. If you haven't looked at the lineup of Toonami and you stream everything, search up the lineup. It's nuts what they have like showing on the air now.
It's funny because when I think about anime, right, like I knew my dad was one of those people that liked anime. So I feel like I've probably been watching it since I was like too young to even understand. I feel like that's why it's always like low-key been in my heart no matter what. Like, because then I like, went off on my own. I like watched some show on YouTube because that was the only way I could find how to watch something. Yeah. You know what I mean? I watched all the episodes really low quality on YouTube. And then I didn't watch another show until like obviously around like 2013 when Sword Art came out. This kid I was dating at the time was like, let me show you this show. And I was like, okay, if we watch this, you gotta watch Doctor Who with me. So we did. And then we watched all of Sword Art and then Gun Gale Online. I only watched part of that because we broke up. And then it wasn't until a little bit after that, a friend of mine told me about Future Diary. I only watched one episode, and then I never went back to it because I thought it was so fucking weird. Now it's like one of my favorite shows.
Wait, what show? Sorry.
Future Diary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. And now you love it.
Yes. And it was, I think at the time, I just wasn't, like, in that place to watch that show.
Mm-hmm.
And then we became friends, and then you reignited my love for anime.
That's what I do. I inspire.
Mm-hmm. And then you showed me so many fucking shows, and now I can't stop.
The amount of people I put on to anime from, like, just, like, giving them the one show that I think they vibe with. Because I think that's the...
You gave me Death Note. That's what killed me.
Oh, really?
Literally, Death Note was the first... No, you know what? You showed me. Yuri on Ice was the first thing you showed me.
Yeah. But was that... Were you, like...
No. Like, Yuri on Ice, I was like, what the hell is this? I actually love that show now.
Mm.
But when you first showed it to me, I was like, okay. It really wasn't until Death Note that really I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Death Note's more my speed, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like more me. That's more my type of show.
Mm-hmm.
I love Yuri on Ice now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As I've grown in anime.
Yeah.
But Death Note, I love horror. I love all that shit. So Death Note is like my kind of show.
Yeah, the thing I think I try to do is try to, one, keep the show kind of grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so nothing too fantastical, and then try to go within the person's best interest. So for you, I was trying to go towards more slice of lifey type stuff that is like what would happen in real life. Kind of like how more shows that you could easily turn into a live action adaptation, such as like a Toradora, which is literally the whole...
was such a good show.
Yeah, the whole thing of Toradora was that like it's all politics within...
It's very realistic.
Yeah, within like the cast.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
But
just friends.
No magic, no nothing.
And friends.
Yeah. So, and then same thing with like with T-Rod, it was more like he just... T-Rod is just down for anything.
Oh, shit.
So just showing him the show that we were hyped for, and he fell in love with it, and eventually it was like went on to Death Note, I believe, and Death Note, man.
Death Note's
the one, right?
That's the one. I think anybody could like Death Note.
Yeah, I think one of the thing about anime is that there is, even if you're not into it and whatever, there's always an anime for someone.
There is.
Because
there is an anime for everyone. Because
if I'm not mistaken, I think like anime is like you know how like Earth is like 70 whatever % water or whatever it is. It's if I'm not mistaken, I believe anime makes up for like 70% of like all of TV or something like that.
Damn.
Like in terms of like shows created and like
that makes sense though. There's so many.
Yeah.
So
every
fucking
year.
Many.
So that's why I think I like about anime is that
there really is something for everybody.
Yeah.
As long as you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Might get overshadowed by fucking the million shows that came out in one season.
I mean, maybe not like some of the mainstream shows. Even if you're say like you're the biggest like, nah, I don't vibe with anime. I've watched like
you will find one show that you like. There's so many like little random fucking bullshits I found because I didn't want to watch the mainstream shit that everybody else has been watching. Just something that I seen the picture and was like, well, that looks interesting, or that name sounds kind of cool. I've watched so many weird fucking little animes that were awesome, and nobody talks about them because they're just not mainstream.
I want to also. I think this is actually a factor in why anime got really really popping, especially now 2020. You know, anime fandom. I really want to blame another factor to Marvel. I think the blow up of when Avengers came out, and all of a sudden everyone was like, we need to go to like these Marvel movies. They are a spectacle every time you go and watch them. And it was after I forgot when the original Avengers came out. I think it was 2012. But after Avengers blew up, it was like everyone had to go see Marvel movies. Think about Endgame and how many like people went to go watch that. I really think there is a Venn diagram to people that like comic books, to video games, to like anime. So I really think it was...
Everybody's just a nerd.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's almost cool to be a nerd.
Marvel really kind of made it cool to be a nerd.
Which is why I think the popularity, at least, is more visual. Who knows? Maybe it was this popular and people just didn't want to outwardly be.
I think it was. I think people just were more like, I don't want people to think I'm a nerd. You know what I mean? I wanna be cool with people and yada yada yada. So I can't outwardly be like, oh, I watched that, because then they're gonna be like, ew, you watch that?
Yeah.
Because even with comics and stuff like that, people were the same way. It's like, oh, you read comics? Yeah, fuck you.
But I think Marvel really made like nerdy mainstream, and then
Yeah, it did.
and that's where all of a sudden it's like, now it's cool to watch anime. It's cool to watch like animated
it's cool
cartoon.
to watch nerdy things. It's
cool to play Pokemon. It's cool to play Animal, like all this stuff, right? So I really kind of put it to that too, as well as where Marvel kind of sparked that nerdy culture,
which I think is so great.
Oh yeah,
I think it's amazing.
Shout outs to Marvel. Stan Lee, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Stan Lee.
But yeah, that spark that just kind of blew up everything of nerd culture, because all of a sudden it's Marvel, everything, anime, video games, all that good stuff, and even the Venn diagram of like anime getting video games now, and same thing with Marvel, which it kind of did back in the day, but now it's really exploding, especially with the new Avengers coming out, and all that good stuff. Anything you want to say? Sorry, I've been talking a lot.
About what?
About your thoughts on why it's so popular now. Before I move on,
I'm trying to think of like what I already said and like what I can say, what else I can say.
Because I kind of want to move on to like also how.
Move on.
That's what I'm doing. This is also kind of going on to do you think the rise of popularity in anime is a good thing?
Yes. Why wouldn't it be?
Overall, or do you think it has some of its problems? Such as like leading to like toxicity, elitism, and all that?
I mean, unfortunately, there's always, like, in every fandom, there's always toxic people. No matter what. There's always that one asshole that's like, oh, I've been watching anime for years.
Yeah, the snob.
How are you a real anime fan? All you've watched is My Hero Academia. It's like, so what, though?
More like My Hero Academia.
I'm so happy for you that you've been watching anime for years. You know what I mean? I'm so happy that you watched all these cool shows, these all amazing things. It's like, I'm new to it. Is there anything wrong with that, though? It's like, sure, your first show is My Hero Academia, but it doesn't mean I can't watch anything else. It's like, there's people that act like just because you are just now getting onto it, that you're jumping on the hype train, and it's like, even if they are, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, everybody wants to enjoy this together. Who cares if you're new to it? Who cares if you're a baby to the anime world? Anime is for everyone. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. Anime is for everyone. Just because you started watching it yesterday doesn't mean you're any better or any less than somebody who's been watching it for 20 years.
Good for you. Tsundere Kayla Dennis. Speak the truth. This is what I wanted. This is why I ask you all these questions, to lead you into this. It's my job as the host. But like, I wanted to go into that because there is like, there's so many people like on the internet. Obviously, everything's just like, it's just one big hyperbolic chamber, just hyperbole everywhere. You're not a real fan. Like,
it's the same thing as telling girls that they're not real gamers.
Exactly.
It's like, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
I play games just like you do.
Just because like a girl is like pretty
doesn't mean I'm a fake gamer.
Yeah. And that's kind of like the same thing where like all of a sudden it's like you see all these pretty girls saying that like they say some sort of anime stuff and all that, and all of a sudden you get the weird dude.
20 questions like, oh, you watch this show? Okay, well, what is this? This. It's like, I don't have to know every possible thing about the show. I just like it.
Yeah.
Do I have to know every possible trivia question about it? No. Why? I can't just like the show? Like, I don't understand why people are like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, just let everyone enjoy it. You don't have to know the name of every single character. You don't have to know what happened in every single episode. Like, you don't have to be able to answer every possible small little detail. Why can't we just all like it?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the anime is just so great. And that's why like whenever someone gets their like first anime, I get so hyped because it's like
it's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's like I introduced you to like your show and just like what it meant to you and like in sparking like whatever conversation of like who knows, maybe in a year from now you watched 500 more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Since I started watching anime, I've watched so much.
Yeah.
So much.
And it's awesome to see like people's stories because like it's just art. That's all it is.
It is art.
It's just consumable art.
We all enjoy art together.
Yeah. I do want to talk about a story too because like part of me also like was part of that group where like I wasn't outwardly like anime this, anime that, anime this.
Yeah, you are.
And I can't, it's a safe world now. It's a safer world now. But yeah, again, whether you watched one anime or 1,000, you're an anime fan.
Exactly.
Don't let anyone like illegitimize you. Or at least here, you're safe here. Dance anime.
This is a safe space.
Yeah. But because I have like different. How's the best way to say this? I have a big friend group, right?
Yes.
And I would say half of that friend group watches anime, which is where you get like T-Rod, Logan, and all that. Shout out to you guys if you're watching this.
The fun friends.
The fun friend, and then the other friends are fun too. But so we have the other friends that don't really consume anime like that.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, they probably like Marvel movies. They play video games and all that. But they don't really like consume anime like that. But
yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I remember still kind of consuming anime, and they would always come to the house like not really texting me or anything. They would just drop by, and sometimes I'd be like in the middle of like watching Persona 4, the animation at the time or whatever, and they kind of see it and like, oh, this is weird and all that. But I'll never forget. And this is how I know they're like true friends because these guys are like my childhood friends. I get a text from I'm gonna for sake of identity, I'll call him Brad. And it was this friend. He was like one of those like dude bros type. All respect for him. Drinks a lot, and that's just like his personality. You'd be laughing if he heard this, but it's I get a text and he's trying to watch Spirited Away because he watched that when he was younger, and he was like trying to relate to me a little bit more.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, no, you could tell that like hit me. He saw the passion I had for this.
Oh, that's really cute. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but that's really cute.
But it really was this like, I appreciate you.
I would have cried. I would have been like, thank you for being such true friends.
Because you remember watching Spirited Away when he was a little bit younger, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna rewatch it again. And he's like, yeah, no, I actually vibe with this.
That's a good movie. This is a weird movie though. That's like one of those movies that's like, I don't know, like if you're trying to get somebody in anime and they're real skeptical, that is not the movie to show them.
Yeah, I mean, weirdly enough, it won an Oscar at like 2000.
Which is weird.
2001 too.
That's a weird movie.
Like 2001, it won an Oscar or something like that, or 2000.
I mean, good for that fucking movie.
Yeah,
that's a weird movie though.
But yeah, he texted me. He was like, "Hey, where can I watch Spirited Away?" And
Crunchyroll, baby.
And I didn't really know at the time. At the time, it was really early, where like, don't do this, but we were watching it illegally and I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Now I support everything. All that good stuff. And I was telling him, but it was... So yeah, he was just trying to relate to me. So it was really cool seeing him try to do that. Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a healthy...
Yeah.
Instead of him being... He very much could have been like, oh, you watch this dumb Japanese shit? Like...
It's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Cartoons are for kids.
Like just trying to bust my balls, but I think he saw that it made me happier. I found solace in it, and that he tried to relate to me. The funny thing is that he sent me a picture. He tried to find it.
Oh my god!
And he sent me a picture. He goes, "What the fuck is this shit? This isn't Spirited Away." And it was like a fucking goldfish. It was fucking Ponyo.
That's the first one of those films that I ever saw.
And he might have been drunk at the time, to be honest.
He was just watching Ponyo. That's so funny.
He's like, what the hell?
That's a weird one, too.
But yeah, that was like
Ponyo.
that was like a whole thing.
He said, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, that is a vastly different movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to say about that?
Ponyo's a great movie.
Just Ponyo. No, the topic of like all that good stuff.
I don't know. I'm stuck on Ponyo.
I guess to go off of like what we just said, just to kind of put a nice little cherry on top. One, you're not better than anyone for watching more anime than another person that watches one to even one less than you. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
We all love the art.
If you see
we all started from somewhere.
Exactly. If you see somebody who's just started, give them recommendations.
Exactly.
Don't hate on them for only watching something. Tell them shows you like.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to them about things they like, and then recommend them shows so that they can get and watch as many shows as you have. Share the art.
Yeah, of course.
Share the love, guys.
Think about like how anime makes you feel and all that. You want to push that onto
somebody else.
Because if you, I guess, say you're a person, you watch one anime, you go, oh, this is pretty good, and like some person goes, oh, you're a fake fan, and I watch more anime.
Make you not want to watch anymore.
Exactly. What if you push someone off of what could have been this beautiful journey of anime, and like be on the same journey as like you say I've watched like 500 anime, and just that thinking about the memories of each and every show and what it's done for me, how it's built me as a character, the lessons I've learned. You just strip that away from someone who was just starting, just like you. And now
they were ready. They're ready for this, and then you tell them, oh, they're a fake fan, and now they're kind of like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm gonna offend somebody if I try to do this whole situation. It's like, I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to tell me that I'm a fake fan because I'm watching something.
Yeah. Of course, you could have like, Jesus Christ.
Or they can be like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna keep watching.
Of course, you could have like some debates.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty healthy, having discussions. I think like
just because you don't like a show doesn't mean everybody else doesn't have to like it either.
Yes. That's why I kind of want to get into is
I like shows that you don't like.
I like shows that you don't like, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't think it's worth the energy trying to trying to change someone's mind if they feel strongly about that.
People are different.
Because the way that you go in, right? It's you. I think a lot of people kind of go into a debate / argument going,
me.
I'm right. That's it, right?
And you can't, though. You
have to go in with the open mindset to change, and that's where you'll see growth in both of them. And if you both disagree at the end of it, then that's it. There's nothing.
Disagree.
You disagree.
That's it.
You disagree. You shake hands and you go play some basketball after.
No, seriously though, you're not always gonna agree with somebody else. You're just not.
Yeah.
You're different. You know, not everybody's the same. It's like if you say like you like My Hero, right? And say I don't like My Hero. Well, so what?
Yeah.
We'll find a show we both like together. You know what I mean?
And then we'll talk about
instead of dwelling on the show you don't like, why not try to find a show you both like and talk about that instead? And just ignore the fact that one of you likes a show and one of you don't. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. There's so many shows out there. It's like, who cares if I like a show and you don't? It doesn't matter. Literally, there's nothing. I am not hurting you by liking a show. And you are not hurting me by disliking that show.
No.
So just shut up.
Also, I want to talk about, this is like a really, really heated topic to go along with this, is the dubs versus subs. Just really quickly.
I like both.
Yeah, I like both. You're not better than anyone for liking subs or dubs.
No,
or
you're
dubs
not.
or subs.
You're really not, because I feel like there's sometimes that like the dub is really good and it sounds great, and sometimes the dub's really bad.
Oh yeah,
and the sub is way better. But it's like it doesn't
also
matter.
Preference.
It is a preference. You can watch all your anime subbed. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I have to focus when I watch sub. You know what I mean? So like, dub might just be better for me.
Yeah.
But
there's a language barrier.
It's just a preference.
Yeah.
That's all. It doesn't really matter. There are tons of anime that I've watched sub, and it sounds so much better subbed. It's just a preference. That's it.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of shows that don't have dubs, and you have to watch some subs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a preference.
I say, I feel like if you really like a show, watching it both is like...
There's a few shows I've watched both.
Yeah.
Sometimes, though, if you watch it both, you might, like, fuck yourself. Because then you'll realize, like, oh, wow, the English sounded really bad. Or the English you loved, and then when you hear it in Japanese, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I want to go... I mean, one of my friends, actually, he doesn't know English that... At the time, he didn't really know English that well. So, and he liked anime. So, like, dub was his choice because he knew English enough to speak and understand, but reading he was weak at it.
Yeah.
So,
you
know what I mean?
Yeah. So that, yeah. Oof.
So
that might have been really hard then.
Exactly. I think as he's been living here for a little bit, he's gotten better at that. But there's just, you never really know why people enjoy it more. Some people just enjoy it more because we are just native English speakers and they enjoy listening and like enjoying Americanized localization.
I just like to eat while I watch anime, and I fucking can't.
Oh, when you read?
I can't read fast enough while I'm trying to eat.
Yeah. That's the way you're looking down, but then you hear like...
And you fucking miss the whole conversation. Or I can't make it like... That's a whole process.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to compare this to whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? For the dubs versus subs. Because I want to compare it to like... You are not better than anyone for saying that you enjoy, like Pappy Van Winkle. If you don't know what that is, it's the most like highest like prestigious whiskey you could get, bourbon. And if I see someone like pour that into like a cup of Coke and ice, of course, me as the kind of like bourbon whiskey guy, I want to be like, oh God. But I'll bust your balls about it. But I'm not going to be like toxic and be like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? You don't know whiskey. You're a piece of shit for doing that. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Because there's no point.
I'll bust your balls a little bit and then maybe I'll even have a sip of it and be like, you know what? This is kind of all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because, again, going back to, you could push X person to never be on that journey.
No, because they'll never watch it because they don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
It can be toxic, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
it can be really bad.
Unfortunately, there are very toxic people in the anime fandom.
Yeah.
In general.
And I get it. I get it. I get where it comes from. You're so passionate and we love this stuff, but
it's like there's a difference between being passionate and just toxic.
Yeah.
I'm all for you being as passionate as you want to be. But if you're going to just shut me down and act like, and just pretend like I don't know anything and that you're better than me for just stupid shit, you're going to turn people off of it and they're not going to want to be a part of it anymore.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what you want, but that's not okay. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just let people enjoy what they enjoy.
Yeah.
Dub, subs, any kind of genre, anything they want.
Any studio, anything.
Anything.
Any filter you want to put on that.
Literally, anything at all. If they like it, good for them.
Mm-hmm.
They like it. Don't shit on somebody else's dreams.
Mm-hmm. All I want to say is enjoy the art, inspire others, and love each other, and respect each other. That's it.
Stop being so goddamn toxic. Jesus Christ.
No one's saying anything, but no, it's like we're talking to like the no. This is what I'm saying. Just love each other, respect neighbors, respect each other, and then let's just enjoy the medium together. That's it. That's the point of this topic.
Yeah.
Any last words?
Wear deodorant when you go to cons.
This has been Doki Doki Anime Club. If you enjoyed what you just saw, go to patreon.com/danceanime and throw $8 to support us so we can keep making these videos. So you keep making these videos? Oh, I love this show. What the fuck was that?
No, seriously though, please wear deodorant when you go to cons.
Remember, you can write in the danceanimekevin@gmail.com if you want to get your comments, topics read on the show. Remember to join our Discord. I'll put the link in the description below.
I still don't understand Discord.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. But If you do, we got that for you. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at KevSenpai. Follow our channel's Twitter at DansuAnime. And you can follow Kayla at...
You can follow me on Twitter at KKDLovesYou. Or you can follow my cosplay Twitter at Bella Cosplay.
Awesome. All the links will be down in the description below. This has been Doki Doki Anime Club Episode 8. And I hope you have a very not toxic day.
People need to wear deodorant at cons.
That was the funniest shit.
Stink. Oh, my leg hurts.